what's up, Terrifics? I'm Michael Artsis here at South Hall at the Las Vegas Convention Center live for CES 2018. This is your live continuing coverage on BeTerrific. We are an official media partner. Don't forget to download the BeTerrific app on Android, Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon as well, Amazon Fire. I've got Rashard Higgins here, good friend. He is from the Cleveland Browns, wide receiver, and I've got Connor here. The company is called Root. How you doing?
Doing very well. Thank you guys for stopping by today.
Thanks for having us. So you're going to teach Rashard how to code. Is that correct?
Absolutely. So the idea is that anybody can code with Root. We start teaching code at level 1 using very simple block language. You drag your blocks in. As you can see right here, the blocks tell you what the code is going to tell Root to do. Eventually you evolve to level 2, where you're going to be using more advanced block language. You can be more precise with what you're asking Root to do as well. So these numbers, we can actually make adjustments and tell Root what to do. This is our level 2 demo, so that's what we're going to be going to.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
So you can just draw just about anything that you tell it to? As
long as you know how to code it, Root can draw it. So in our level 2 demonstration right here, eventually you're going to be coding in level 3, which is actual script, using Swift, Python, or JavaScript. But in level 2, we've got this block language. So as you can see, the words are telling you what Root is going to do. Root has 50 sensors and actuators in total. It's also magnetic, so you can put this on a whiteboard. A teacher can have this on their whiteboard. It can detect red, green, blue, or black.
Wow.
So if you had a red expo marker on the whiteboard, it can actually draw by putting the pen inside. So right here we have Root set up to draw a 20-point spirograph.
Now, when you're actually coding the language, can you code blocks so that you can make it easier for other people to use? Or you can, instead of rewriting the whole code in the future, you can just use blocks?
So you can make adjustments to the blocks to make them more tailored to what you're trying to do. Right here we have Root coding. You can follow the event. So as you see right here, Rashard, we're repeating this event 20 times. As it highlights, it's letting you know what Root is doing. We can make adjustments to that code on the fly. Right now, Root recognized the move block as 12 centimeters, but if I want to change that to 18 centimeters, Root's then going to adjust and do that. The idea is that we're making coding more fun and interactive for younger generations. You can see your code come to life with Root.
Now, you're a gamer. Is this something that interests you?
It is. It's always interesting. Just seeing how this robot moves around and how you can tell it to draw something and it just draws it, man. That's interesting.
Little kids are always on their iPads playing around. This seems like a game. Even for me, this seems like a game. You can turn the iPad into an accelerometer controller for Root, so you can even control Root by tilting the iPad. Root can play music back to you.
Wow.
It can recognize voice. It even has speakers inside, so it can play out music to you as well.
Now, is there a game involved or a challenge that like we could play?
So as we grow, we're going to have more information available on things like that, accessories on our website. So codewithroot.com is where we are currently sold. Hoping to launch around May, and they're available for $199 retail.
What do you think of that?
Sounds good to me.
Thank you so much, Connor. I really appreciate it. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
You know, we've got Garmin right over here, and I was just wondering, I think that you need to see some Garmin stuff, and I thought maybe we could run over here and see what Garmin has. Maybe we can get somebody from Garmin to come on. Those guys, by the way, look at this. These guys, you know what? That was crazy, by the way. His father is a defensive coordinator. Did he say defense?
At New Mexico State.
New Mexico State, and you guys beat them up pretty bad.
Every year.
And so he was like, I'm glad to see you doing well.
So I gave his dad pain every year.
You did. How you doing? Good. Hey, Matt, this is Rashard Higgins from the Cleveland Browns.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Michael Artsis from BeTerrific. We're actually live right now. I was wondering if you could run me through some of the Garmin products. I know you guys got a lot of great stuff here, especially those watches, it seems like, for kids that are with license with Marvel and stuff.
We have our Vivofit Junior. These are our Star Wars, Disney, and Marvel editions. These just came out a few months ago. So activity trackers are a big focus right now. People are trying to get off the couch, get their steps in, calories. Yeah. They all come with move reminders. You know, if you've been sitting too long, reminds you to get up, move around. For kids, there's an interactive app, so there's a gamification element to it, so it's more fun, right? It has, you can see steps, you can put their name on it, like how much activity. It's the recommended 60 minutes a day, so it kind of ties back into that unofficial Play 60. That's not ours.
Makes sense.
Star Wars.
It got Wi-Fi on it.
Does not have Wi-Fi, but it has Bluetooth. It connects to the parent's phone. So On mine, I can see exactly how many steps my kids have taken throughout the day. I can see everything about them if they're wearing that all day long.
Now, in addition to that, does it also tell the time for them? Because you're trying to teach kids how to tell the time.
Absolutely. Every day, every night, my son tells me he knows what time it's to go to bed because he looks at his watch. He doesn't put it into concept, but it's a good learning tool for him.
And how young would this be for? You know, is it 4 plus, 8 plus, 10 plus?
It's 4 plus. And really, it's just because of the mental capacity. So 4 years old, they're having a tough time understanding what's on here, but they get the bands and they understand the bands, but they also understand there's a game part of it because they're competing with mom or dad because it's like, hey, I'm going to get more steps than you today.
That's funny.
I like that. I like that.
But there's also, like, once we get the next step up from there is for guys like you, where we've got running devices and fitness devices where we now have onboard music and Garmin Pay, which is contactless payment. So if you want to go out for a run, you don't carry your phone, you've got your music, so you got your headphones, you can swing into Quick Shop, grab some water, you're out.
So, okay, I have heard some amazing things about Garmin. We're both Apple Watch guys, and I've heard recently that the Garmin Watch is just incredible. So can you take us through some of the watches? We recently got your 360 camera, and I want to show that off later.
Yeah.
But that's an amazing camera. So I'd love to see the watches, and I think my son Jackie's 4.5. I need to get him a Captain America one.
Absolutely, absolutely. Captain America, we've got, there's Hulk.
They're available now?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely.
all right.
Garmin.com, man. They're out there.
I'm getting one tonight. It'll be home before I get home.
So what about the different themes? Like, how many different themes can you?
So right now there's the 6 different themes. So we have, and these are all different franchises under the Disney umbrella, right?
Okay.
So we've got the True Disney, which is Mickey and Minnie, which obviously the look and feel of them, it's more for the girls.
Yeah.
And then we get into Star Wars. And it doesn't matter what it is in Star Wars. Put BB-8 on it, and it sells like crazy to kids. The older kids, when you're talking like 8, 9-year, 10-year-olds, they're going to get into more of the darker bands, right? Uh-huh. And then Captain America is boys, kind of the mid-range. Like everybody loves Captain America.
We need a Lightning McQueen.
You never know. Garmin's always innovating, so you never know. Keep an eye on those movie schedules, and you might see.
So what makes the Garmin watches so different? And you know, I know that they're focused much more towards runners, but I think anybody can wear them, right?
Yeah. The big difference with us is Garmin's been in wearables before wearables was even a category, right? So you hear about that all the time, GPS smartwatch. Garmin was the first wearable watch with inboard or onboard GPS. The other part of that, it's durable and it's authentic, right? It's just inherently authentic. So when customers wear a watch, they always keep their Garmin or they upgrade to a new one because it doesn't break. And if it does break, it's because they ran it over with a car or they smashed it in a door or something like that. So when we talk about it, like the true fitness customers, whether they run, cycle, swim, we have the disciplines on board for those athletes or for those mass market customers. So if you want to get off the couch and run a 5K or a 10K, a half, a full, it doesn't matter. We have something from everyone. Do you need something that looks a little more stylish, that you can go from the gym to work? We've got it. If you need something that's truly, I'm just going to wear it, throw it in my gym bag and go, we got that too.
How about for a guy training for the combine? Because obviously you're not going to probably wear it for wide receiver drills, right. but for combine stuff you would probably use it. And that's not so much swimming. It's running, but it's sprinting, right?
Yep.
It's stopping hard. It's a little bit of weightlifting,
yep.
Jumping. So how about those different?
Absolutely. So we have like the Forerunner 645, or we have a Vivoactive 3, and all of those, depending on how you want to train. So you're talking about sprinting. You can download training plans to our device, whether it's like interval training, or if you want to do reps, we have reps. So bench, stairs. You can pretty much do most of your workouts on our devices. Our Forerunners, for example, have all the physio measurements, so wrist-based heart rate, and has that heart rate variability, so you don't need to wear a heart rate strap. So if you want to get VO2 max, or if you want to know your vertical oscillation, which is the bounce in your running stride, or do you want to know your stride length? We have all of that.
How important is that for you?
You know, in the NFL nowadays, we keep a track about just about everything that we do. The amount that we run, stop, how fast we run, just about everything. And I feel like you guys got the product that that can change this around.
And when, like David, when you're training with David, he's is he using this stuff? If you were wearing this, could he use that to analyze how you're progressing, or if maybe you're having pain in a leg because you're, kind of regressing?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's days where David's telling me, "Oh, you're not coming off the ball as fast as you were yesterday." So he can use this watch to actually calculate the things that. Is
that true, Matt? Is that something that he could see? Is it possible to see acceleration?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can tell all of our devices will tell you your pace real time. So if you're accelerating in the moment, you'll be able to see. I just went from, if I'm running an interval, maybe it's a 30-second pace, and you jumped up to a 25-second pace or something like that, or whatever the metric is. It's real time in the moment. So you have all of that on board.
There you go.
And you don't need to have your phone with you.
Wow.
So the other thing when you're training, go ahead and throw those guys on real quick. So these are tied directly to this device. So you've got onboard music. He's listening to whatever's playing right now. He could be in an activity, listening to his music. He's getting all of his metrics. He can start, stop a run, or start and stop a rep, or an interval. He can pair it to Bluetooth wireless headphones. So if you have your Beats or your Bose or whatever, in this case it's Skull Candy, so you have your running earbuds, so on and so forth. It's all there. You can pretty much, we are eliminating the excuses for customers.
You like that?
Pretty sweet, right? What's that?
Great headphones.
Thanks. Yeah, Skull Candy, they did a great job. They launched with us. They did a great job. So I was telling them, if you've got your Bluetooth headphones, we are bringing partners on every day. So again, you don't have to use just these. If you have a brand that you like better, like Beats, Bose, whatever, we're trying to be an open platform. So we want to make it easier for the customers and eliminate those excuses.
What about the idea that this doesn't have LTE, or does it have a Wi-Fi in or something? Because how would you connect to your music library? It all has to be stored locally?
It is stored on the device. Yep. And the primary use case right now is we know there's a lot of people working out. We see them in the gyms. We see them out running every morning. They're carrying these big, massive phones.
Yeah.
And it's horrible, right? It's just not fun. So we're eliminating that. So it's onboard music. This gets up to 500 songs, or if you have your GPS running with it, it's like 5 hours. Okay, so LTE we don't have right at the moment. So we don't do streaming. And
Is that a hint of what could come when you said at the moment?
I can tell you Garmin's an innovative company.
I think we're going to see LTE in the future, but okay.
Yeah.
So you don't have it now, so you can store it on the watch, which is good. Now, what about, you said Garmin Pay? So Garmin Pay doesn't need Wi-Fi. Once you hook up your Garmin Pay account, you don't need Wi-Fi to actually do it. You can just touch
Absolutely.
that. And
yeah, no. Both of these devices, this is the Vivoactive 3, which is more of that mass market. It competes with like the Apple Watch, for example. So what you can do is you can either load funds on here from your Visa or MasterCard. And again, if you're using Amex or one of those others, we're always bringing companies on. But yeah, you can load funds on here, or if you've left your phone, like your phone's with you, it talks to your phone directly via Bluetooth. But if you leave it at home to go work out, once your phone connects, that transaction's automatic. And it's actually more secure than swiping your card at like a gas station or using your chip reader. It's more secure.
How does it charge? It's not with a micro USB or a USB 3 cable?
It's a USB.
It is?
Yeah. So you can either plug it into your computer, or if you've got a wall charger, plug it in.
But on this end, it's a funky adapter.
Yeah, this attaches to the device right there. The other end's the USB. Yeah.
And then what about the idea that you can do EKG? Is that yet with Garmin, or is it just heart rate?
No, it's just heart rate now. EKG, you're getting into the medical devices, and there's a lot more regulations. And quite honestly, that makes it more tricky when trying to develop products for that. And quite honestly, it'll get more expensive. And we are really trying to focus on the true fitness, mass market. We don't want to get out of the price range for them.
Got you. What about this device? Does that hook up with the watches at all?
No, so this is one of our cycling devices. This is our flagship cycling device. This is the Edge 1030. If you are one of the pro riders over in the Tour de France, this is what you're riding. And so the purpose of having it on this particular display is we have many partners out there, whether it's Visa, MasterCard, iHeartRadio, Skull Candy, Goo Hydration, Smart Things. We're working with IoT partners. So like Alexa, I can control my routines right from my device. So I can shut my lights off, turn them on, lock the front door.
Wow.
I can turn my sprinklers on from my watch if I'm out. Like,
we found another product with Alexa in it.
Yeah, I know, huge surprise, right? But yeah, it's just
shocking.
It is shocking. Yeah. So it's all right there. But yeah, this is our cycling. We have everything from swimming, cycling, golf, activity trackers. You got the kid activity trackers.
He's just getting into golf, so he's going to need the golf rangefinder very soon. Actually, he can hit the ball pretty hard, pretty far.
That's good. Okay, so again, if you get one device and you're going to be working out, this has golf on there, so you can go play a round of golf, download it, and you can get your scorecard right on here.
Come on, your scorecard?
Yeah, we have that. Or you get dedicated golf watches, and it has pinpointers, so if you're like me, you're off in the woods and you can't see the flag, it'll direct you to where you need to be lining up.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. Let's check out the are there any other watches we should be looking at, or that's kind of the deal?
Nice.
So those are the big ones right there. That's what we launched with, and then we get into our action cameras.
Wait a second. Hold on. I wanted to show off the 360 camera, which is the Viber. I think I'm pronouncing that right. We just got the Verb. Yeah.
Yep, Garmin Verb.
We just got 2 of these, and we're doing multicam 360, switching them live with the Verb.
Yep.
It actually, I think, is got the best dynamic range of any 360 camera that we've seen, even more so than the ones that are professional, $4,200, $5,200. We're very impressed. It's a $700 price point, and we can switch it live. It's got great stitching in the camera. So tell me a little bit about this, but also, do you have glasses with the camera built in too?
No. So we'll get to the cycling glasses here in a moment. So the Verb 360, you pretty much sold it for me, so you know a lot about it. Anecdotally, what we are hearing from customers is they love the simplicity of it because they can stitch quick videos on their phone. So if they want to upload something to Twitter, social media, whatever, they can do it right there. But being able to control multiple cameras from your phone, so if you have one on your ATV or your off-road vehicle, whatever, have one up on the front of your car, the back of your car, whatever, like the BMW experience out there, you can control which camera you're looking through on your phone, stitch something real quick, upload it.
Well, we're putting it into a video switcher. We've got 2 putting into a video switcher, and we're switching them between them and streaming them live. So,
very cool. Yeah. No, there's so many different use cases, and quite honestly, we've made it open, and we're letting the customers use it and tailor it to their needs.
So you're doing a lot of social media and stuff. Have you gotten into, especially with Facebook, 360 video, and are you using like any other 360 video cameras where you could literally take this in 360, somebody could put on a headset and turn around and they would see everything we're doing, or they can just use their phone and move it around, or they can move their finger. Have you done any 360 before? Because this is the perfect camera for it.
I've never done anything like that before, but I got to tell you, I'm taking a cruise in February. And
does that mean no Fashion Week?
No.
We're still doing Fashion Week. All right.
And I plan on I was planning on getting like a GoPro or something like that. So obviously,
you need one of these.
Got something that I'm interested in, man. So
yeah. So this is, in terms of form factor, smaller profile. Roughly, I mean, you're splitting hairs. They're going to be roughly the same size, whichever way you cut it. But the functionality of being able to switch through, stream it live, use it live, stitch it right on your phone, do all of it right then and there is a distinct advantage. Plus, if you want to do some really cool things in an action camera world, they call it Epic. We give you onboard GPS. So like, let's just say you throw it on your car somehow. If you're doing like 90 and you're drifting around a turn, you're going to get the angle rate of that drift plus the speed and positioning. So you can get all of those metrics on your video.
And people could turn the camera around and look at you in the driver's seat instead of the road so that they could see your reaction as you're doing that.
Got to get one.
It's pretty insane.
Like they'll show you some data here on screen, but that's all from the device.
And it's water resistant, right?
Absolutely. Take it underwater. I wouldn't go to like extreme depth.
No, but I think it's like 30 feet.
Yeah, something like that.
Something
so
like
if you're
that.
doing some snorkeling and you're checking out a reef or something, you should be fine.
4K and image stabilization. It's pretty cool. And then you've got a line of action cams as well.
Yep.
This is a very reasonable price point. I like this camera a lot. We're using it all the time now. And then you've got the dash cams and the bike cams and the glasses. Tell me about the glasses.
Yeah, so these are VariaVision glasses. What these are, so these are just Oakley glasses. You could put any sort of sunglasses or eyeglasses you want. What's here, the technology is this piece here. This is the VariaVision. and this is AMP Plus. You pair it to one of your cycling devices or one of your running watches, and quite honestly, whatever data you're looking at here or you would look at, you can see right here on this little tiny screen. It doesn't project it onto the lens, it's this right here. So you can adjust it to either side, and it's just kind of inconspicuously right there. So if you want to see, like, let's just say you're riding your bike or you're running and you've downloaded a course. And so instead of Alexa telling you, hey, turn in 500 feet, you'll
Wait, hold on a second. Alexa telling you to turn in 500
instead of
feet?
using that in your car, like compared to using...
Wait. You can, because you guys make the device that ties to Alexa in the car.
Correct.
And then so you can get Alexa in the car, and then Alexa's telling you where to turn.
Yeah, so think of it like that. So what you...
Did you know that? They have Alexa in the car. I forgot about that. And I didn't realize that Garmin did that. It's a little product. You plug it into your car, you mount it on your dashboard, and it just tells you directions, but then you have Alexa in the car, and it's wired so you can tell it, like, Alexa, turn the radio on or do this.
Correct. And we can look at that here in a minute. So think of that experience in the car. We are somewhat doing that in the fitness world because you can attach this to your sunglasses, and so you can see if you've downloaded a course, you know you'll get a turn prompt of like, hey, you need to turn left in 50 feet. You'll see that here, so instead of having to look down at your cycling computer, stay focused on the road so you're not drifting out in traffic or anything like that.
Is that a working demo? Can we try it?
It's actually, the power died, and I apologize, so you can't see anything.
Oh, I would love to see that.
I apologize, I wasn't prepared.
All right,
okay.
We'll still let you show us Alexa for the car. How's that sound?
Let's go look at Alexa. So
I didn't expect to be taking a whole tour, but it's great. I think the Terrifics are loving it. Hey, let me ask you something, Matt. How did you get to Garmin? How long have you been with the company?
I've been with Garmin for right about 3 years. I've always had a passion in running, fitness, cycling, so it was a natural draw for me. And the company is close. It's from the Midwest. I went to college out in Nebraska, so it was like a homecoming for me.
It's really a company that got started in the 90s, or did it get started before that? Certainly come into its own and grown tremendously.
No, it was started before that. Garmin's roots was in aviation, to be honest with you, and it has morphed into marine, outdoor, P&D, which is automotive.
I think Rashard was talking to your cohorts over there.
Yeah.
I think we got to hook him up with something, especially for his trip, so he could do some vlogging with the 360 onto BeTerrific, and he's also doing stuff with Undisputed, LeBron James.
We can certainly figure out something. We don't have a lot of products in the back room. We have just what's on display. Might be able to get you a running watch here, or a training watch to try it out.
Got to.
So that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You're going to have to tell us how it is, because he didn't offer me that.
Trust me, I will.
We'll figure that out. So yeah, this is Garmin Speak and Garmin Speak Plus. So this is, right now a lot of cars, they have the inboard navigation. Well, you attach her to your mirror, so you have a dash cam, so it's incident detection. If something were to get in a wreck, you can see a minute before, during, and a minute after. But also you can see Alexa there. So if you're driving, it's like, hey Alexa, play whatever song for my streaming service account, because you don't want to listen to the radio. You
just set off a lot of viewers, Alexa. But anyway, hey Alexa, play my Sirius satellite radio.
Yeah, there you go. It'll play it through the car. Or if you're riding, just think of the use cases. You need to pick up something from the store, and you've got a shopping list. Anything you would tie to your Alexa Prime account or your Amazon Prime account, you can talk to her, and she'll start doing all of that for you.
So it's very reasonable. Do you need the Garmin navigation, or it's all in there because it works with Alexa?
No, it's part of it's all part of Garmin navigation. So you don't need to have her. You need to have her to connect the account, but it's a part of Garmin.
And then how do you wire that so that does it need like Wi-Fi off your phone or something like that?
It works through Bluetooth through your phone.
And then how do you connect it to the car? It's just power.
It has built-in equipment in there, so it can tell how fast the turns, the prompts. So she can tell you if you need to turn in 500 feet.
But it's just power. It is the only cable.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's about it.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. I like that a lot. I got to get Alexa in the car.
Me too.
You guys have dash cams. You have navigations. Again, how did the company start? Was it the early 90s, mid 90s?
It was actually before that, and it actually started out as an aviation company. So by nature, our founders started putting like all the airplane inboard navigation. That's where it started, and then it morphed into cars and automotive, and then it was okay. We can put GPS in watches. Oh, we can put GPS in outdoor handhelds, and now we're into marine, and so anything on your boat, anything you'd want to put in a yacht. If you're flying in some major airlines, honestly, you don't realize this, but the entire cockpit is probably Garmin. Or if you're taking a tour, you take a cruise, there's a lot of Garmin navigation on there, and you see those big fishermen and the yachts, and they're bringing in the big sailfish and tuna and all that. They're using Garmin.
Very cool. Thank you so much, Matt.
Absolutely. Thank you.
What do you think, Rashard? Pretty awesome, right?
It's pretty awesome, man. I like it.
Unfortunately, you got to go. You got to run to the airport.
Yeah, I got to go.
No more interviews. This was your last one. I'm glad we did it. I'm really excited. I had a fun time with you.
Thanks.
We got to do more.
Got to.
Look at this. I got my dog pound tie on today.
Yeah, nice.
Brown's orange. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with a whole lot more live from CES right after this. Stay with us, Terrifics.